Welcome back to Arcanum. I'm your host, the Dejected Solipsist. It's been about an hour since I recorded the ending of that uh, that, that last episode, and everything sucks. This game is just too old. It's too old and too broken and does not signpost anything, and boy, is that bordering on the straw that breaks the camel's back. If you missed it, Virgil dropped his sword, quite a while ago. It didn't tell anybody. And so he's just been walking around without it for a while. It was a pretty nice sword. It was the filament sword. And the end all be all of it is there's really no way to get it back. I could reload all the way back to that. But frankly, I don't think it's worth it. Because I have to go all the way back to, well, the beginning of last episode, basically. Unless I can find a slightly newer save that has it, but no, he's lost it even here. He lost it like pretty much when we set out on the journey. We made it from Tarrant to here, and he had lost it. And that's just infuriating. Now, it's not like the best sword in the world, but it's really, the game's really spitting in my face here. You know, there's nothing I could do about it. It didn't tell me it happened. He doesn't retrieve it himself, which is just the most absurd thing, right? Like, what person in their right mind would make an RPG where not only can you lose your weapon, but the AI, or not only can an AI character lose their weapon, they will not make any attempt to retrieve it. And we've seen it multiple times throughout this playthrough. They'll just, like, it'll get knocked out of their hands in combat, combat will end, and they'll just stand on it. And because we are playing this at, like, 400 to 500% of the size of how it was originally. This was originally running at 800 by 600 on like a 16-inch CRT, right? That's the era. So you could actually make out what was going on the screen. And admittedly, I could, now that I finally have gotten a new monitor that doesn't freak out when you change its resolution, I could set it back to being 800 by 600, but then what's the point? What's the point of playing on a modern system? What's the point of playing an old-ass game? I'm just being cranky now, but you're going to have to bear with me. It's so many things going wrong and being decided wrong all at once. It's a willfully poor choice. And it is one of the most glaring, because there are many, many things in this game that fall into the category of willfully poor choice. So what am I gonna do? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna collect the balanced sword from Sog. I'm going to give it to Virgil, because apparently he won't use a fucking staff. And I'm gonna watch him like a fucking hawk, because I'm getting real tired of people losing their shit. Who the fuck thought that was okay? Whoever would think that was okay? Did nobody playtest this? It's not even that big a thing. Like I said, it's not the best sword in the game. He's not even doing that much damage, but like, Jesus fucking Christ. It's offensive to the senses. It is so stupid. You grip that motherfucker tight and you don't let go. All right. I got a little bit too comfortable. I'm going to be saving like twice or 3 times an episode, because if I have to go back, I don't want to go back that far. I don't want to lose a whole episode. I just... Sorry, I need to calm down. This is not what I needed. It's not what I needed from this game. I was actually genuinely excited to to go to Ashbury and deal with some of the like side quests and main quests that have been put off, and this is what I get for my trouble. I get 2 characters in a row losing their weapons, and just fuck me. The other part that I didn't mention, and I'll try and keep this short so I don't drag out this quote-unquote intro too long, is I spent an hour trying to figure out if I could edit it back in. And the answer is no. But the slightly longer version of that is there are some editing tools. They themselves are incredibly archaic. They do not work in Windows 10. They do not work in Windows 7. So you have to do an incredibly archaic workaround where you sideload the DLL and OCX files that are required to run this archaic program, and then you have to use an archaic Windows system to register those DLLs and OCX files, and it doesn't like them because they're old as sin. And of course, there's no documentation for any of this. I basically had to figure it out myself. And then you finally get it up and running, and it is a unresizable 400 pixel by 400 pixel box, and it doesn't do any of what I wanted. You can edit your stats. That's about it. It's not a total waste. I even tried to level up Gar with it, but apparently it breaks if you try and level up. The game freaks out if you try and level up people that aren't you, because I tried to give him a couple of levels and it didn't change any, the editor doesn't change any of his stats automatically because it doesn't know what his leveling scheme is. And instead I tried to give him leveling points, but the game loaded in and it doesn't know what to do with those leveling points. And I can't force it to know that he has points to spend, because the game doesn't think he should ever have points to spend, which it's technically right, but like, why would you build a leveling system that ignores all of the internal systems that the player character uses? It's doing the same thing. It's just doing it. It's like willfully doing it in a different way for no reason. So anyway, I did all that, and then it was a waste of time. I'm really gonna try hard not to be grumpy this whole episode, but this has been a trial.
Show those bastards. I mean, good hit, sir.
I really thought that was about to go tits up. I did notice actually something with the save editor that I wanted to check. According to the save editor, Virgil is tech aligned. Wait a minute, that's not right. I guess not. I guess it's reporting wrong. It said he had 17 or 16 points of tech. But really he's just barely magically aligned. 9 points? Is that what that number is? I think so. Fuck, I don't know. It also says dog is a human. So read that how you will. God damn it. I can hear the comments already reassuring me that I can quit this whenever I want to, but that's just not my way. I have to see this to the end, whether I want to or not. I shit in this bed, now I'll sleep in it.
An impressive attack.
More of the same, it looks like. Interesting. Not sure why that would be. Hey guys, you wanna get out of the way? I don't even know what we're doing in this dungeon. I don't know why it exists. I don't know why the only... I mean, are we gonna find some corpses? Because, like, it seems like the archaeologists ought to have known this was all here. Jesus. Also, I can't get it to go back into... Normally I can use the spacebar to do this. It wouldn't go back into turn-based mode.
Friend, I've been wounded terribly.
Oh, good.
Quickly, I need healing.
Just dandy. Stupid fire elementals. Just don't even know why why would all these things be here? Why would this dungeon be here for that matter? Was this actually his, like, lair? I don't know. I simply don't know. Something tells me the game doesn't know either. Something tells me that would be asking too much. No, sorry. Not gonna be a grump. Gonna try not to be excessively grumpy. Just keep it bottled up inside until I hate myself more. What? Oh. Fast turn base. Nice. Dog is a champ.
Oh! What are you, a clumsy dolt? Don't hit me!
Hey, watch your mouth. I'll hit you if I feel like it. Huh. Cool. Speaking of which, time for a weapons check, everyone. Weapons check. Please show your weapons. Does everybody have their weapons? Does everybody have their side weapons? Okay. We'll move right on our way then. Oh, Jesus. Good time for a save. Wait, did I just save? Am I an idiot? No, I saved before that. Yes, the 800th save. These are not small saves either. They're like 2 to 3 megs apiece. Which is kind of absurd. But it's all written in hex. Like it's written in these bloated hex files. Wow, that dude went down like a bitch. I feel like that was supposed to be a struggle, but he didn't even do anything. He just kind of sauntered up and then died. Alright. I'm into this. I'm doubly into this with this weapon. It just says weapon. Interesting. Oh, it's only 4. Okay. Cool. Oh, I am... What did I pick up that was so heavy? Okay, hold on. Carry some things for me, please. You can wear this ring if you like. You have a helmet already, right? But if I give you the goggles, you're gonna wear them, I assume. Let's give you this mace since you won't use it. We'll give you that. You can have these gems. I will keep the potions. What does this weigh? 50. That shouldn't suddenly bring me down to... Maybe it was all the stones and things that weighed so much.
Yes, sir. What would you have me do?
Or maybe the mace. Yeah, the mace is 120. Didn't I give you these already? And then the dagger. Dagger's only 20 stone. It's only 1 to 8, but it is magic, which is not my current alignment. Curious about the robe as well. Okay, I'm back to walking around like a human, so grab the book so I can be overburdened again. Pick up the goddamn gold. Even in the olden days, Diablo at least had the, like, press button to see all items on the ground thing. That would really save my ass on the weapon dropping thing as well. I thought about it before, but I didn't say... I guess I come to think of it, I didn't say it out loud, but, like... all I need is, like... Back in Diablo 2, you just tap, I think it was Alt, and it would show you everything. I don't know. I digress. Let's read this book. The Last Testament of Karatur. Here are the last of my words. This font is, I mean, I get what they were going for with this font, and it probably looks better when it's rightly sized, but, like, all the extra flourishes are not helping this be legible. Here are the last of my words. I am in hiding, shrouded by the world, shunned by the world because of my unbridled power, hunted because they fear what they cannot understand. For 10 years, Arcanum has cowered at the mere mention of my name, as well they should. Were I given another 10 years or 1,000, I would still rain death and terror until my dying breath. I would do this because of the torment I was subjected to my whole life. Torment because I was smaller and weaker, and yes, sometimes I was cowardly, and often I was petty, disloyal, and perjurous. Every once in a while, infrequently mind you, I would refuse to pay my debts, and I must admit that I was rarely courteous. Oh, but there were these strange odors. But. What? Is that right? Oh, and there were those strange odors. But are these reasons to make someone an outcast? I say not. This guy's grammar and formatting are garbage. And so I went on a journey to exact my revenge on this cruel world, and I found the means to do so. While traveling in northern mountains, I found an old magical scroll. This scroll described a spell of such obvious power that it would not surprise me if it had been hidden away purposely. Arcanum was not ready for such magic. She would be forced to adjust. This really reads like somebody's like emo edgelord notebook from high school. The spell changed a man into dragon form, giving him all the gifts and powers of that evil beast. But the scroll also required the blood of a dragon. There was only one dragon left in all of Arcanum, the great dragon Belgrim, and I was fairly sure he wouldn't be very happy about making me a gift of some of his blood. So I stole away to the secret temple of the Darien Ka, and had them make for me the most terrible poison. Yes, the price was high, the damnation of 7 generations of my family, but it was worth it. I had something with which to kill Belgrim. I'm pronouncing that wrong. It's Bellerogrim, I guess. Now I had only to make him eat it. In the end, it was a fairly simple task. I killed a crippled old farmer and stole his prize bull, which I fed well for a month and then coated with the poison. I led the poor creature to the lair of Bellerogrim, set it loose just outside the cave mouth, and waited. Dragons, when they are hungry, think of little else. Believe me, I know the truth of these things now. The bull was eaten. Bellerogrim returned to his lair from morning nap and died quite suddenly. I drew his blood and became Krakatur, the most feared and terrible creature in all of the land. And now I am tormented again. Nasruddin and the Elven Council have found me. Cornered me here in the lair of Bellerogrim. It smells terrible, as the dragon is still returning to dust, even after 10 years. Why must they attack me? I am outnumbered. This is such an unfair set of circumstances. I have done nothing. Perhaps I can slip out during the night. Well, that's quite the tale, dude. Do you have a secret exit? Or are you gonna make me walk? Fine. We'll do it the hard way. Or not the hard way, just the dumb way. Boy, that feels like that's the first time I've heard that particular sound effect in a while for some reason. I wasn't even looking. I don't think that was right, but I don't, that black and red like dragon thing that we killed. I'm pretty sure that wasn't him. Wow. It is kind of sad. But also, fuck you, game. Fuck you. If you wanted to make me feel things spitting in my face before you do it is not the endearment you think it is. And of course I come out in the middle of the night. What can I do with my fate points anyway? Boy, these are, they kind of suck, actually. In a pinch, they'd be handy, but given how few that you get, yeah. Most of those things could be fixed by just save scumming or being better prepared. Well, I could try and keep going on this, but frankly, I think the first episode of the session, yesterday's episode, really botched the whole evening for me. Okay. Next time on Arcanum, we'll get back to Ashbury. We'll figure out what we're gonna do. I feel like I've seen a filament sword lying around somewhere. To buy. So maybe we'll replace it, or maybe we just won't care. I don't know. Anyway. We'll head that way next time. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for putting up with my grumpy mood, even if I think I've earned the right to be grumpy. And I will see you guys next time.